Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal Rodriguez and I am obsessed with thrifting. This is part 2 of a collective haul that I've accumulated over the last 2 months or so. I'm just gonna jump right in. If you saw my last video, awesome. Thank you. Hope you gave it a thumbs up and I hope that you subscribed. We're gonna jump right in, and the first thing that I'm going to be showing you here is a sweater, and I just picked this up last weekend. It is a really cool knit blouse, and you can see, or a knit sweater, and you can see it has a very beautiful detailed puff sleeve on both sides here, so very unique. Again, I would say it's I don't know if it's a full turtleneck, more like one of those mock necks, and I know that's not very popular for everyone, but I like it, especially if you have a nice chunky necklace that you want to stack over it. I think it looks awesome. I also like that the puff sleeve kind of ends right here, so it'll give you like a maximum volume, and then it's I would say fitted all the way down to the wrist. So very cool sweater that I picked up, at the Goodwill. Okay, and I paid $6.24 for that. So next up, I have a zip-up sweater, or a zip-up sweatshirt from Spelman College. So Spelman College is a college here in Georgia, and I absolutely adore Spelman. I have a couple of friends that have their children attending Spelman College. My favorite color is blue, and also this is this sweater is made by Champion, so you know that it's good quality. It's super soft on the inside. Looks like it was barely used. Whenever I pick up any kind of sweatshirt, I make sure that I check the wrists to make sure there aren't any stains anywhere around the wrist area. This one seemed to be pretty much in pristine condition. Again, super soft. I mentioned in the video where I picked it up that I would totally wear this with something a little bit more feminine on the bottom. So I've spoken about a couple of skirts that I have that are pleated and flowy. I would wear that with this and like Converse sneakers and kind of balance it out, make it a little casual but feminine, something that I definitely would do. That is something that I would most definitely do to balance that out, but you can still wear them with sweatpants and any kind of sneakers that you like a pair of Nikes, and be able to match that nicely. So I'm really glad that I picked this up. And again, I paid $6.24. You'll see a trend with Goodwill by me. A lot of the items are around that price point, which is why my $25 challenge is so achievable at the Goodwill by me, because with 3 items plus tax, you're kind of in that $25 range typically. Another thing that I picked up at one of the thrift shops, and I am not a huge fan of Forever 21, but you do know that I enjoy a good unique item. And so this is a denim jacket that has some cutout areas here in the denim jacket, and you'll see that they have some sheer material over the opening, and it's like that kind of all throughout with some like acid wash, like bleach stains on it. And it does have a lot of distressing, so maybe this may not be anyone's cup of tea, but I liked it. What I also like about it is that if you wear a patterned blouse or t-shirt underneath, you can still see the pattern through the jacket. I know sometimes when you wear a really cute patterned top and then you throw a jacket on, like you can't really see it. So I like the fact that if you're wearing a stripe or a polka dot or a nice pattern, you can still see it through the openings where we have the sheer area. So I really enjoyed it. I paid $4.99 for this jacket, and I thought it was a good deal. Bumped into someone else at the store when I picked it up who is also an avid thrifter, and she said, "Hey girl, if you're not gonna buy that, let me know, I'll take it off your hands." So I just knew that it was very cute because she has great taste as well. So pick this up. Look forward to wearing this in the spring. I'm about to make something fall down over here. Some of these things I picked up on eBay. If you saw my 2023 best thrift finds for the year of 2023, you would know that I really love a good overcoat. I have a cashmere overcoat that's in a camel color, and then I also have a wool overcoat in black that I love. They're all maxi coats. They go all the way down to the floor. So I just had to pick up a gray one, and so this one is vintage. And what I loved about it is the detailing here. Like it has these like little, I don't know what you would call these details, but they have this kind of stitched detail on the side, and then in the back it continues here where it kind of has like that military flair to it, and then it has this. I don't know what this is for. I don't know what I would use that for, or for what purpose it serves. So if you know, definitely leave it in the comments. And then it has like this, I guess chevron or herringbone. I don't think it's called herringbone. I think it's called chevron print. There you go. And so this is a wool coat. And so I have this now for the winter, for next winter, because it actually hasn't been that cold here in Georgia, not as cold as I thought it would be. So I haven't really had much of an opportunity even to wear my other coats that I showed you in my favorite finds of 2023 video. It's been really strange, the weather, but beautiful today, 60 degrees, so I couldn't complain. I'll take it. Anyway, love this coat, and hopefully it'll stay in my wardrobe for years to come. All right, so now we're gonna get to accessories. I have a couple of pairs of shoes. I thought I had a hat, and now I don't see it, but some shoes and some purses. Let's get down to the purses. This is a cute leopard print satin purse that I got at the Goodwill. I'm sure I paid $4.99 for it. Most of the bags at my local Goodwill that are not leather are $4.99. So I picked this up. I think this is cute for the spring. You know, you can probably dress this up and wear it with a nice little black dress. But I'm the kind of person, like I mentioned earlier, I like to mix feminine things with more like edgy things. So I would wear this with leather leggings, a leather crop jacket, and then throw this on for a little bit of extra edge. Or I can wear this, you know, with something that's more feminine and flirty and still enjoy it. So I don't have anything like this in my wardrobe as far as purses that have this kind of material on them, so, or this print. So pick this up for $5. If you saw my last video, you saw how excited I was about finding something that I had on my wish list for thrifting for a while, which I thought I might get in consignment and not come across it at Goodwill, which was a vintage Coach bag. And so interesting that I went by the purses on this particular day, didn't see anything that I liked, and moved on to the shoes and whatnot. And then before I left, for some reason, something said check the purses again and like go deep because there's like 4 rows of purses, and I thought I caught everything. But when I pushed some of the purses to the side, I could not believe my eyes that I was able to find this. Now, it's not impossible to find Coach in the Goodwill. However, you will never find it for $4.99. Okay, in this condition, there's some light scratches on the front, which I love that. I love a purse that has some patina and some wear into it. I think it looks, you can tell that it's vintage. And again, I love vintage items. It has kind of like this brass closure, and you can tell that it's very sturdy. It has all of the things that you would expect it to have inside. Including the serial number and all of that, you know, inside. There you go. So absolutely love this purse. It is genuine leather. And the reason why I was in particular looking for this is, number one, I do love vintage. I do love vintage Coach in particular. And I also have, you know, I like my Yankee hats. This is my burgundy one, but I do have a red one that I was trying to match this with. And I also have an electric blue one. So on the hunt for a vintage Coach leather bag, also in electric blue, so that I can match the hat. So really, really excited to wear this. I can't wait. All right, I have some shoes that I've accumulated. Some of them, actually one of them in particular is a fail, and I'll tell you a little bit in a minute. I picked up from eBay these kind of pointed mules in white. They are Zara pointed mules. So I picked them up from eBay because I have a pair, 2 pair actually, one black leather, one black suede pair of shoes just like this, and I adore them. I wear them all the time. So I said, why not get a cute pair of white ones for the spring coming up? And I love the square heel. on these in particular. And this was one when I was talking in my other video about online shopping, and I gave a few tips for online thrifting in particular with eBay and Poshmark, is that don't sleep on the auctions, okay? Because sometimes people are really into instant gratification. People are just not patient anymore. It's the Amazon way of life, Amazon Prime 2-day shipping. And people don't like to wait. When they like something, they want to buy it. And so if you're patient, it can really pay off. So for example, I only paid $8 for these shoes, and they were brand new, never been worn. I've worn them already a couple of times. I took them on to a business trip recently to Florida, and they looked really cute with jeans. So definitely don't sleep on auctions on eBay. All right, next up, I purchased these from the Goodwill. I paid $6 for these, and these are a pair of patent leather Oxfords. So Oxford shoes. They look very manly, and I know some people don't like that, but again, I like a good androgynous look. Am I saying that right? Androgynous? I think that's how you say it. I like to mix masculine with feminine. So I actually wore this to an event on my birthday, a concert that I went to, and I wore a very flowy pair of light, I don't know what you would call them, like palazzo pants that were, actually they're right here. Maybe I could just grab. I don't know if you can see that, but it was like this black and white, kind of reminds me of like tiger prints, but in black and white. So I wore those pants, very flowy, with these Oxfords. I actually was having trouble finding a pair of shoes that went well with that. But when I paired something so feminine and flowy with something a little bit more masculine, it just worked. And so that's what I like to do with my outfits to keep them unique and fresh. And so I picked these up from the Goodwill, and I love them. The next item I got was from eBay as well, are a pair of vintage Jeffrey Campbell boots. Why do I love these? Number one, I was looking for black but couldn't find them, so I came across these gray ones on eBay. They have a metal plate that goes around the heel in gold. They have cutouts. They're genuine leather as well. And they have gold kind of buckle detailing here. Absolutely love these. I absolutely love these. Again, because they have that little edge to it. So if I wanted to wear these with jeans, they would give a little edge to the bottom of the outfit. I could also see myself wearing these with like denim shorts and a t-shirt. Because they have the opening, I think you're kind of free to wear them in the springtime as well and not have to settle for just wearing them in the winter. So it makes them very versatile. So they are vintage Jeffrey Campbell. They even say vintage. I might pop a picture so that you can see the logo here if I can find it. Fell in love with these. I saw someone on Pinterest wearing them, and so I went and went on the hunt for them, and I think they're over 10 years old. Like, these were in style 10 years, but I know if I wear them now, people will see them and be like, where'd you get those shoes? And I'll be like, I don't know, they were around in style 10 years ago. So fell in love with them and had to pick them up. I paid a pretty penny for these. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure if I got a good deal or not, but they are in really great condition. And I think I paid $40 for these on eBay plus shipping. Love them. These bad boys I just picked up from the Goodwill about 2 weeks ago. They are a pair of, I think they're made of nylon purple pointed slingbacks. Perfect shape in the back. The heel is square, which I love, and the front is pointy. So lately I don't buy any shoes in the Goodwill unless they're pointy, because those are more timeless, and I can't deal with a large heel anymore. I just can't. So it has to be like 2 inches or less, which this fits the bill. So I picked these up. These don't appear to have any wear. It doesn't look like anyone has worn these shoes at all. Weird is that they don't have, oh boy. The odd thing is that it doesn't have a label anywhere. There's no brand to it. So that did scream out to me that this is probably like an Amazon thing, or dare I say Temu or something. I don't know, but there's just no branding to it that I could find on the shoe. I just know they fit, but that's not the point of why I picked these up. I picked them up because of the color. The color and the material. The material makes them feel a little bit modern in that they're nylon. They're super comfortable. and they're in a color that I don't have anything in purple, and if I had to pick anything in purple, it likely will be this shade. When I picked up these shoes, I just knew that I had a skirt that I would probably wear it with, and it's this one right here. So even though this skirt doesn't have any purple in it, it has pink, baby blue, and navy blue. Just something about pairing it with this heel and this color spoke to me. And so I picked it up so that I could match it with this. And there are plenty of other skirts that I have that, again, I love a pop of color on a skirt. And there are plenty of skirts that I have that would really look beautiful with these shoes. So I'm glad I picked these up. And I don't have the price on them, but I think I peeled it off, but I think it was about $5.99 for these shoes at the Goodwill. All right, I think we're down to the last few items in this part 2. I picked up these 9 West pumps on one of my finds, and I showed them in a previous video in my car when I did a mini haul. And I paid $6.99 for these shoes at a thrift shop called America's Thrift here in Georgia. I picked them up again. Now here's the rule. I said I didn't want a high heel, but this is one that I could deal with. Okay, it's not that high. It's not like a really high. It's a stiletto. So this is definitely doable. I got them again, the pointy toe, timeless. But I got them because of, again, the unique nature. They're, number one, they're kind of camouflage, right? They have this kind of camouflage pattern, but the colors are not traditional camo. So you have your chartreuse, you have an electric blue, you have red, you have yellow, even some teal mixed in there along with some white. So tons of different colors. There's even black in there as well. So very, very unique. But on top of the fact that it's a camo pattern, it has a snakeskin effect to it. So if you look closely, you'll see the pattern is like also snakeskin. So that's what made me feel like, wow, these are really great shoes. They're by 9 West. And I'm not sure about this label. You tell me. I think that's Nordstrom. Or it could be like Saks Off Fifth or something like that. I can't recall the label. I know I've seen it a million times. It could be DSW as well. But they have these like colored tags that tell you when something's on sale. And it says the original price was $59 for these 9 West shoes. And looking at the bottoms, I mean, somebody probably just wore them to try them on, but there's literally no use, no wear on the shoes at all. So definitely pick this up. Worth it in my opinion for $7. Steal. I can't wait to wear these. All right, the 2 last items. Both of them are kind of regrets, but one of them I'm going to try to make work. One of them is this hat. I know. I love a good Yankee hat. They're just, to me, very neutral. You know, they'll last forever and they're timeless. And I have a bunch of different color Yankee hats. Something about this hat just made me feel very Janet Jackson. Like when I saw it, I just got all Rhythm Nation and picked it up. And I was like, yeah, this is something cool. Like I would totally rock this. Totally bedazzled out. I don't even know how great of a job they did. There's some little triangle areas, but I guess with this kind of, I don't know, with this kind of material or the geometric shape, it's hard to kind of get into those areas. So it kind of made little triangles there. But I would totally rock this. You know, I'm not so ahead of myself or thinking that something's too good for me. If it's unique, you know, I would definitely wear this hat. Maybe with some leather details just to add some edge, leather leggings, maybe some short pointed toe boots with them. I like it. I hope you like it. All right, and here's the epic fail. All right, so there's always going to be one. You can't have it all. Not everything's going to be a winner. I bought these shoes at the Goodwill. Like, I bought them because sheer is supposed to be in. And again, I have a video where I talked about being addicted to thrifting, and there's some tips that I give there on trying to avoid being addicted to thrifting and buying more than you need. And this is one of those situations where, for so many reasons, I don't know why I bought this shoe. Number one, look at the size of this heel. Like, look at my face. It is huge, okay? Now, I've heard that platform shoes, even though they're high, you can walk really well in them. So I did try them on, and that is the case. I was able to walk around and went, wow, I was really shocked at. I'm not like wobbling around or feeling scared and wearing them, but I just know I'm not going to do it, right? So this is way too high. The platform is way too narrow. I have very wide feet. Although it was very comfortable for me, I just can't see myself wearing them. The other thing that you need to know about Goodwill, which I didn't even know, is that after COVID, they closed a lot of the fitting rooms because they realized that there was a lot less stealing. Yes, people do steal at the Goodwill. And so now they permanently closed the fitting rooms, which means that they do allow you to take the clothes now from the store. Obviously not take them, but you purchase them. You go home, and if they don't fit, you can return them. So now they have a 2-week return policy, at least for the Goodwill here in Georgia where I live. So you can take them home. If they don't fit, you can bring them back, and you have 14 days with the receipt to get store credit or to get your money back. And I don't even know if it's about getting your money back now that I think about it, because I always get a credit. Duh, right? Like, as much as I shop there, I can enjoy a good credit. So I paid $5.99 for these shoes, but one thing I did not realize was that it had a hole in the shoe. So there you go. Hi. Yep. So I brought them back and said, hey, I want to return the shoes. I didn't realize when I picked them up that it had a hole in it. And they said you can't return shoes. So you could only return clothes. Womp womp. Really no way to fix this. I even thought about, the T-strap is really sturdy on these shoes. I can probably cut out the, whatever this material is, cut it out and have it just be a T-strap sandal. I may try to give that a go just to be worth the $6, but in my opinion, it's probably unsalvageable and I probably will need to get rid of them. All right. So be careful when you try shoes on. Make sure you try them on. Make sure you look at them completely, including the inside, especially if you buy a leather pump, no matter the brand. If you have a leather pump, check the inside of the shoe, because even being in someone's closet where maybe the AC is not circulating in a closet, a lot of the time the inside of the shoe on a leather pump will start peeling and deteriorate. So a shoe that looks great in the Goodwill, when you get it home, it'll just start peeling and sticking to your feet because, it's been in someone's closet that maybe didn't have the right temperature to keep the shoe in good condition. So definitely check the inside of the shoe. Check the bottom of the shoe. I've also purchased shoes after the fact where the heel was coming off or the glue had come undone. And no one wants to buy a shoe for $5 and then have to pay a cobbler to fix them. So definitely think twice before you buy shoes at the Goodwill. Make sure they're in great condition because you cannot return them, at least here in the one in Georgia. All right, so that is it. That is the end of my part 2 for this collective thrift haul. I probably will be slowing down the thrift haul for a little bit. I'm planning on doing a video on consignment shopping. So I will be looking through my wardrobe and thinking about putting some things on consignment to get credits to buy other things at the consignment shop so I don't have to pay out of pocket for a little while if I want to refresh anything in my wardrobe. So thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for more. And if there's anything in particular you want to see, there will be some home decor videos coming soon to my channel. And I would say that's another pastime of mine, is home decor on a budget. So if you're interested in seeing more, just stay tuned with me, like and subscribe. And thank you again for watching my videos. Bye-bye.